Pack of good beer right there. Oh, Midnight in the Bay. Time to play. Go. Are you kidding me or what, guy? That's a dad beat right there. This guy's in his early 40s. He's bald like me. He wears a gold chain to work. Fuck it. It's casual Friday every day, right, guy? He's growing weed on his deck. He's got a big ass grill. He grows meat like Joe Rogan. And he makes beats. Oh. Yeah. Wife, if you're watching video, wife, let me at the adult gentleman's club. But crappy part is I farted, and now all the women are gone. Guys, it's episode 211, and I know what you're thinking. Holy crapazoid, this guy looks really cool. Yeah, sunglasses. If you're watching, sunglasses do a lot for a person. You could be the ugliest person and wear sunglasses. That's why I never got about the Elephant Man movie. The motherfucker never wears sunglasses. If he had put on sunglasses, he would have been perfect. Let me turn off the speaker because I am the producer, the director, the writer. Hey, champion on the sweatshirt. Hey, my son had a friend, 8-year-old, this little bastard, little short little asshole. He came in and they're on the same basketball team, my son and him. And he says, looks at this sweatshirt, the same one. And I had the hood up. I had the one headphone in because, I'm a dad. And that's what we do. I got the Jay-Z playing, watching the basketball. I'm thinking, hey, I could still play, guy, right? Watching these 8-year-olds play. Oh, yeah, I could still play. And he comes up to me. He's like, you're not a champion. Referring to the sweatshirt. Referring to me as a loser. This guy tore my ego down. I took the headphone out, paused Jay-Z. I put the head down. I was like, it really humbled me. I was like, okay, I'm not that cool. He said he sees right through it. The kids, they see right through it. And then they say something. And you know what? You can't beat them up because they're not your kids. You know what I mean? If they're your kids, you're choking on them, right? You're biting off their ear. Yeah, I bit my son's ear off one time. We had to attach it with glue. Mike Tyson. Why'd you do it? Mike Tyson told me to. Yeah, but you can't do that with a random kid. You can't do that with someone's kid because then the parents get mad, right? And then it's awkward at the barbecue. You might not get invited, and they make really good food. Guy, I'm getting so large, so fat, that I'm gonna have to start wearing my wife's maternity clothes. I'm telling you, I have to go look for them in the box outside, and they need to make. Here's an idea. They need to make maternity shirts for men. Make maternity shirts for men, especially men that like to drink beer. Not me, not me. I hate alcohol. It's disgusting. Wow, man drinks beer. Mm. If you go to a strip club and you don't drink beer, then people look at you weird. They're like, "What's this guy steal? Is he a cop? Is he possibly got a machine gun gonna mow us down because he can't stop masturbating and he hates all women?" But you have a drink and women feel comfortable, and other people, your friends, feel comfortable. You know, I know very few people that are sober and actually like to hang out with drunk people. They're actually pretty cool. They always got some addiction. They're like pounding Diet Cokes and something. You always switch to something, guy. You know what I mean? You'll be pounding coffee. You'll be on something. Tobacco. Every sober person's addicted to tobacco. So you've been off the drugs and alcohol for how long? A couple years, and they're just like just blowing vape. I'm like, I don't think you're off all the drugs. That was Jesus. It smells like opium. Have you seen those clouds? People are in the vape. Oh, yeah, this is way healthier than cigarettes. What? You just blew out the sky, bro. You just blew out so much shit out of your lungs. So yeah, they're doing great. You know, at least with the weed, it's you hit it just a little bit, and you get that little cloud. You know, but those vapes, I mean, the more you do it, the more you inhale. I saw a guy blow it out. It was coming out of his mouth, his nose, his eyeballs, his ears. This guy looked like he fell through a house into a basement and had a bunch of dust coming out of him when he stood up, you know? That's how much vape clouds was around him. And they got these morons that are doing the vape challenges where they're blowing smokos and shit. I mean, these guys are going to be on television. Don't vape, you know, in like 2040, they're going to be like, kids, don't vape out there, you know? I might be saying don't smoke weed. You might go in psychosis or something. You ever get so high, you're like, oh my god, I am go crazy. Not me, Grandma. I swear, I never smoked. This is what friends have told me. Um, I'm about to get the vaccine card tattooed on me. I'm so sick of trying to pull it up on the phone. I had one big, tall guy who didn't look vaccinated but worked at a bar say, you gotta have this certain app with the vaccine card or you can't come in. I'm like, oh no, I can't come into your shitty alleyway bar where people get stabbed. Oh God, God forbid I come to this shithole, you know what I mean? But it's just a pain in the ass. I'm gonna get the vaccine card tattooed on me. You think they'll accept it? And I'll get my ID tattooed right underneath. Hey, guy, it's me. You know, the I just looked it up. Exactly. Get it right by my nipple too, so they have to see it. You know, and get the if you do that, you gotta get the nipple pierce. You know, I never did the nipple piercing. I knew like, hey, that pierces Southern gentlemen. I'm like, that's too far. You know what I mean? I thought it was bad to jerk off a couple times in a day, but you know, piercing the head of your General Lee, it's, it sounds very painful. And they're like, oh no, it's great. It feels great. And plus, you know, if someone's down there on you, a girl or a guy or a dog, they can get their tongue stuck on it. What if it yanks it? I mean, I want nothing. I'm never trying to penis pump. I'm never getting an extension. I mean, guys are trying to get extensions. I'm never taking penis pills. I mean, I don't want anything. I'm washing my hands before I touch it. You know, I never tell you that one guy I saw at work, I'm peeing and I think Middle Eastern guy, oh no, where was he from? He's from Turkey? I'm trying to remember the country. It's been a while. But I've never seen this before. He wet a towel instead of washing his hands. He wet a towel and then went to the urinal next to me and wrapped it around his thing. And then I'm washing my hands and he's talking to me. And I'm like, dude, this is. Can I ask you a question? You know, I uh, I didn't want to ask though. It's just it's kind of awkward to say, hey, notice you have your towel around your chest. That's fucking weird. What's the deal with that? You know. I don't want awkward experiences. See, I can do that on stage because a lot of these people I don't see again. So I can ask, "Hey, you fucking her? I can see you like the dark meat, huh?" You know, I can say that to shit people, but then, uh, people I gotta see over and over again. Do you want to? I mean, you do when you're drunk and having a party and people forget, but you don't want it to be awkward or whatever. I mean. There was one guy I was taking a shit next to, and he was like screaming while I was shitting, and we got done at the same time. You know, I tried to get out of there sooner, but motherfucker wouldn't stop coming out. You know, it was like a slow train with a big load in the back of cows. You know, I've been eating a lot of beef, and anyway, so this guy, we get it down, and we go to the sink, and we're washing his hands. I just wanted to ask him, like, well, what's the deal with the screaming? You know, this guy works in the same building. He works right next to me. You know, I just don't want the awkwardness. Who wants awkwardness? Some people love that shit. You know, I see these videos too. The TikTokers, they're running up to people in grocery stores and tapping them on the shoulder and then looking away and putting shit behind them so they fall and shit. You know, have you ever seen those TikTokers? Oh God, people have balls. I don't have those kind of balls. Because I want to keep my balls. You don't keep your balls in those situations. You know what I mean? I saw a man living on the edge the other day. Um, Actually, this morning, he was power walking out on a trail, away from any houses and cars, drinking a large coffee, wearing white shorts. And I'm like, this does this guy want to have a bad day? You know what I mean? I wonder if anyone looks at me too like that. Like, oh my God, this guy, he's going out in the car with pajama pants, no underwear. I did that today, and sandals. I mean, what if the car would have broken down? You know what I mean? You could see right through. I mean, people could be complimenting me, but I already get compliments enough on this head, you know? And so, I I couldn't believe this guy was like, bro, tripping guy. I just turned into a black guy. Tripping guy. I was like, this guy, he must have a great uh, bowel system because I'm not going out in the morning in little white shorts with a large coffee. If I do that, it's gonna be a dramatic. Need to see a therapist. Talk to grandma, under a blanket with hot cocoa. Cry with your mom. Laugh with your wife. I mean, it's gonna be one of those situations. Go to the movies and have popcorn. Forget about it, kind of situation. And oh, and so yeah, I could have. Sometimes you do too much of this and that. Hmm. Thank you, water. Then God made water. Thank you, God. But I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. This segment is sponsored by Mary Jane. Oh, the white shorts. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's gonna be a disastrous moment. That's gonna be me in a group circle talking about, this one time I didn't make it and people saw and laughed and I cried and people like to live on the edge, I guess. You know what I mean? Not me. I'm not doing that. If I'm wearing white shorts, I'm wearing them inside the house. And I do have a pair of white shorts I wear with no underwear just to tease the wife. You know what I mean? Hey, guy. Hey, what do you think, guy? Guys, you gotta kind of show it off a little bit. You know what I mean? Women do it with the leggings. Ladies, we know what you're doing. And they do it with the thongs. Oh, I don't want my panty lines to show, so I wear the thong. Nah, you want your ass and cheeks to show, so you get the guys going, oh, I'll do whatever you want. I just want that later. And a lot of women, if you do what they want, you get it later. You gotta follow the rules. It's like Squid Game. Oh man. Yeah, you gotta follow rules. Trust me, I've been married. I can't believe I've been married this long. And I've not followed the rules. It never really ends up well. I'm trying to figure out how do you manipulate people? How do you coerce people? How can I go out more without the wife saying, "Hey, it's family time." How can I say, "No, it's not. Shut up. Let me go." You can't say that. You can if you want to be single. But no, she lets me go out a lot. I mean, she lets me do this fucking podcast in the strip club. She'll probably be happy. She'll find out, oh yeah, it's empty. If you guys are watching the video, you see how empty it is. I mean, I'm telling you, I had some really bad gas. That happens when you eat a burrito with Chinese food, Indian food. I had Filipino food. I had British food. I had Canadian food. I had Mexican food. I had Hawaiian food. I mean, I just had a lot of food today. You know what I mean? It's the winter time, and I'm trying to load up. I'm actually trying to get fatter because I want to be stronger. I want to have bigger muscles. Yes. I don't know if you've ever seen a person that used to be fat, calves, their leg calves. I think there's only one calves. Uh, definitely one calf if you have one leg, but yeah, um, one area where the calves are. You know what I mean, guy? Have you ever seen a guy that used to be fat and now skinny calves? They are huge. They are muscular. You know why? Because the guy was fat. I'm trying to do that with the whole body. I want the calf arms. I want the calf's chest. You know what I mean? And we're gonna build muscle. We're gonna we'll stretch out the skin, make a TikTok video, and people feel bad. I'll get more views for comedy shows, and we'll just go just full board with the. I mean, that's how The Rock got big. So I mean, I might do some lifting too. I might do some lifting, but just working on packing on the pounds. All these ideas flow to me while I am intoxicated, and it betters my life. Yeah, all these ideas. You wear sunglasses inside. You know, definitely not joking. I actually did go to the doctors the other day. They said you're dying. Go learn skateboarding. You got a week. No, thank God. I was worried they're gonna say that. But you know what? They really don't check you, and you can't really ask for like a full body scan. I want you to scan my whole body. Um, but I am gonna get blood work done, which I think they want blood and stool. Mm. I told the lady I don't own a bar. I have stools. She's like, no, poo. I'm like, oh, I have poo. I poo a lot. I poo long time. And they're gonna be. I know the poo's gonna scare them. They're gonna be like, why is it so liquidy? It's coming out this guy's dick. But the blood work. Let's see. Let's see what happens. But I'm gonna be fine. They're just gonna say I'm dying. But yeah, no. The visit wasn't much though. Have you guys been to the doctors lately? It's like I was like, oh, I want a checkup, and I picked a female doctor this time because last time the guys get creepy when it comes to the ball touching thing. I mean, I get the women and the Me Too movement and shit. I had a doctor one time say that's not a cough. While holding my balls. I'm like, come on, guy, let's go. Uh, I had another guy. He put a cream on it and he scanned my balls. I'm like, dude, what's going on? He's like, you may have cancer. I'm like, what? My balls look fine. He's like, no, we have to scan. I mean, this guy insisted, and there is nothing. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, I've had some bad experiences. Let's go to a female doctor. Didn't touch my balls once. I There was a complaint card at the end. I said horrible physical exam. Change physical to this exam. So I did more paperwork than a fucking test on Friday senior year economics AB. I did so much fucking uh, um, filling out paperwork, especially since I was new. The other trippy part, receptionist, and she knew someone with the last name Woody as well. I haven't met too many people that know someone with Woody. Someone said they knew an Alex Woody, and I think that person was just fucking with me because they're a comedian, and you can't take those guys serious. But uh, fucking crazy. How many Woodies are out there? Not that many. Are we related? Let me take a look at him. I could tell you. Just is he fat? Is he bald? Is he scarfing his face with 5 different types of food? I like to feel like I'm at a buffet. Probably why I'm fat. Pandemic, you were great. I hate looking at the old photos. Those Facebook memories, every time those pop up, I want to shoot Zuckerberg in the face with a Nerf gun. With a Nerf gun, just embarrass him and get it on video. But um, it's horrible because I see these memories of me just like fucking lit, and I'm like, fuck, I want to get back to that. But then at the same time, you're like already married, you're a dad, and you're like beer, and you smoke, and you comedy, and you're like, fuck it. You're like, I like pounds because I'm building muscle, and you tell yourself lies like that. I'm big. I'm naturally big. I got just big shoulders. Boy, my mom told me I was born 13 pounds. I'm meant to be big. Oh, you tell yourself a bunch of shit. But you know what? I should start taking like half nude pictures because a lot of bigger women are doing that and they're just posting it on social media. You're not even asking for it. You'll be eating breakfast. A picture of your cousin will pop up half naked, 350 pounds, like, and you're like, this is too early, Bianca. I didn't ask for this. Can you make this a membership thing? This is too much. But hey, I start doing it. Fuck it. But if I do it, people will say he's weird, he's a pervert, he's a creep. which are all true. But I mean, give me some credit too for being brave. Oh, I'm showing off the body. Um, since this is a free podcast, though, I can't show off the body because I'm really tight for money. I mean, it's Christmas time, so maybe I start a Patreon where we do half the podcast naked or something. But I want to see the creep comments. I love the creep. I love the creep. Um, but yeah, I can't do that now. I need to make money. I have to start prostituting me or my cat. Can I make money prostituting my cat? He's a boy. Can we find some female cats in the neighborhood? Because I don't want to prostitute myself and the wife. That's gross. Because then I gotta stick it in her after. And the kid, it's obviously he's a kid, and so the cat is really the only option. Can you pimp out your cat? Email me at Alex at Midnight in the Bay Podcast at gmail.com. Hmm. I just I'm just hoping the looting comes back so I can go get some Christmas presents through the window. I'll just go like this. Oh yeah, with those guys, with those guys. Can I have that? Thank you. Money's tough, and if I get caught, I just act like a crazy Republican. I already look like one. Hey, Gavin Newsom, he's horrible. He's members of the devil, and I'll just blend in. Hey, yeah, Republican. I look like you saw me on TV January 6th. The as I'm also at the doctor's, and the nurse, before the doctor comes, took my blood pressure, and she was like surprised. She's like, "It's normal." I'm like, "How fat am I?" You know what I mean? She was like, and she was fat too. So she thought she knew every fat person. You know, I'm like one of those healthy fats. I'm just really just a big boy, but inside I'm just like everything working to a T. I'm just like a fucking Mustang 5.0 GTO S50 SVU Law and Order. Just a souped up, ready to ooped up kind of dippy doop dop doobie car. Uh, and then I knew the doctor had never partied at all because they ask you how many drinks you have in a week, and I was like 6 to 10. Which when you go to the doctors, you gotta lie just so you don't have to get the fucking lecture. You know what I mean? They're already lecturing you, you're being fat. A fat guy, every fat guy knows you. As soon as you walk in, they're like, "Fat." So we'll have your next appointment. Lose weight. So your next appointment is. Yeah, I mean the doctors are usually out, but since I was a um, new patient, they kind of stuck around, and this chick, this ethnic chick, Indian woman, I know any, just she's Indian, very healthy. You could tell she fucking wakes up with almonds already in her mouth, like she has like a device. She's drinking some crazy tea, um, but I knew right away when she walked in. I was like, oh god, she's gonna say something about my weight, and that was she's like, see, we've gained some weight. Like, damn those old records. They have my old weight back there. Yeah, we have all your old records. I'm like, yeesh. You see the pills I used to do? Yes. Oh my God. You should be dead. That is kind of embarrassing. They do have all your records. They just transfer over, and I'm like, yeah, different person, guy. But she was concerned 6 to 10 beers. She was like, lower it. I'm like, lower it. I'm in my head. I'm like, lower it. Like, and then she did ask me about the weed. She's like, you smoke weed? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Grandma listening to the podcast, maybe. And she's like, oh, I've seen some bad cases. And then she just kind of dropped out there. She's like, yeah, I worked at a hospital in San Francisco, saw some crazy stuff. People who smoke weed. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I want to know. Did you see? You know what I mean? I get paranoid that I go crazy one day. And and she's fucking pushing on my. All she did, she didn't tuck. She didn't touch the junk or check the two balls down there or the shafty. But she did check the sides. You know what I mean? She, boom, boom, boom. I thought she was a football player pushing the side. And then I asked her why she was pushing back there. I was like, "What do you mean? You saw crazy cases with the weed?" She's like, "Oh, schizophrenia, psychosis." Like, oh yeah, I know those two things. And and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, doesn't that usually happen earlier? Because I did hear about that. That can happen to you young, but after you get past a certain age, it's less likely. And she's like, oh yeah, that's true. I'm like, yeah, bitch. I read Wikipedia. And she's like, you call me a bitch? I said, no, I didn't. I called my mom a bitch. She's like, oh, that's very mean. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Um, the doctor told me to stop using Q-tips. And I'm like, why? She's like, it's not healthy to put them in your butt. I'm like, oh yeah, I get that. No, I'm kidding, but she did say stop using Q-tips in the ears there. She says you can mess up your eardrum, and I'm like, well, they're already fucked from all the headphone wearing I used to, all the gothic music, the emo music, but all the crying I did at 16 with the emo. I wish you loved me. That stupid fucking punk. Wish you would have from that now. Okay, but I sound like a guy in a mental institution trying to do karaoke. Psychosis, sign me up. But yeah, she said the Q-tip thing fucks up your inside, and then the outside can get dry and shit. And then she looked at my ears. She's like, I could tell you used one, and I hadn't. It's the headphones I have fuck up my ears, but I didn't want to mention that and then get in a whole deal. You ever hold back just because you're kind of lazy? Like, I don't want to tell her it's the headphones. She's fucking wrong. Stop fucking. But I just let her have that. I want her to feel good about herself. Mm, that's right. I'm a good guy. Mm. It's funny. Some people in the comedy community haven't thought I was a good guy. They're like, "Oh, I used to be scared of you." I'm like, "This has been an act the whole time. You're in comedy. I get a stranger maybe not getting it, but even then, you're like, you're at a comedy show. You know what I mean? Quiet down, Karen." I mean, it blows me away that like you can say crazy stuff on stage and people are like, "Oh my God, that's true. Wow, he's crazy. He's a lunatic." You know, if he believed everything I said on fucking stage, I would be in jail. People are just they blow me away. It makes me feel better about myself because I'm like, oh, I thought I was gullible. Um, went to a party with the wife over the weekend. Hadn't seen these people for a while, and you get these questions. You know what I mean? What have you learned over the pandemic? You haven't seen these people, Brian. What have you learned from the pandemic? Oh my god! And I have to lie. You know what I mean? I can't say I learned I could jerk off 57 times in a week. I learned there's 1,000 something pages on Pornhub. I saw every Rocky movie 500 times. I watched basketball. Like, what did you? I fell asleep a lot. What did you? I tried this drug. I mean, when am I gonna tell these people? These are righteous, nice people. So, you gotta lie. And I was like, oh, yeah, I read some books. And then, you say stuff and you're like, nothing about the follow up question like this person had. Oh, what books? I had to go, I forgot, and walk away. Like, and then later on, I told the guy, hey, I had a shit, blogging that memory because that does happen. I don't know if that just happens to fat people, but sometimes you can't think. When you can't think, you're like, oh, what's going on? And then you shit. And you're like, oh, fuck, I can think. That's why I told that guy the reason why I couldn't remember the books. And then he was like, what books were they? And I had to say, you know, make up names. Mohami Raisin Dryer Experiment. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, yeah, I heard that one. Yeah, the lie. Oh, yeah, the bestseller, right? Yeah. But it's horrible because, you meet people that did shit over the pandemic. I didn't do anything. And I kind of feel kind of bad, I guess, because you meet these people that are like, oh, I climbed Mount Vesuvius. I jumped out of an airplane. I adopted 5 million black babies and gave them to a mansion where they're learning X Games, skateboarding. And I'm like, I didn't do that. I didn't do anything, you know. And it's like, what do you tell people? And then you realize, where's that variant? Omicron. Where's Omicron right now? I do have to fuck up a party because I don't know what to say and I feel bad. You know what I mean? Where's the outbreak right now? It's dark. Um, by the way, podcast brought to you by Silver Tongue Audio. They have hung around Midnight in the Bay. They have supported us. They are working with us. They want us to grow, and I can't thank them enough. And we're gonna get together with the owner soon. He used to run this podcast, and we're gonna do a reunion podcast. I've just been lazy with the shows, and it's the holidays, family time, family time, family time. So it's really weird. It's just only a certain times of the year. It's like mandatory family time. Any other time, they're like, "Fuck it, yeah, he can't make it." You know what I mean? So, anyways, we are bowing down to the family because we're a good guy. Sometimes I gotta be a bad boy once in a while. And we are grateful for Silver Tongue Audio. Go to their website, silvertongueaudio.org, and you will see my podcast on there for free. Just download Bada Bing, Bada Boom right to your laptop. You're on the jet plane at Hong Kong. Listen to me talk. You ran out of podcasts when you gotta listen to me talk. And so, but if you're sick of me, you can go check out Dazed and Disturbed, which is another podcast on there. This guy gets, oh shit, I love Mary Jane. And then he watches scary stuff. He talks about scary stuff or weird stuff. It's interesting. Check it out. Dazed and Disturbed. Free downloads. And then the old NPC podcast. This podcast has been around longer than the Midnight in the Bay podcast since the fucking 1800s. This podcast has been going on for days because it's successful in the video game community. People love it. People rave about it. It's not just one guy talking about his problems, about his weight and his booger eating contest he had with a cat. No, these guys are in the video game industry. They're kind of serious, kind of wacky, and they also talk about addiction. It's something none of us have dealt with, right, Grandma? Check it out. It's a fun, entertaining, thrilling podcast. Go to silvertongueaudio.org to get all this free content. Come on, guy. Free. We are fucking flying. This podcast is flying by. I am really happy the way it's going. I'm really happy that we got this whole place for ourselves. And guess what? I brought some news stories to share with you guys. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Headline: I breastfed my fiance and I feel sexier thanks to an herbal supplement. Oh my god, is this the wife? Who is this guy? Is this one of the guys? Oh, okay. I could see why. Okay, maybe it's a different story. I was gonna say this guy. Oh, wow. Okay. Which one's the wife? Whoa, okay. I guess that's the breastfeeding going on there. How many times you banging to the point where you gotta start doing the breastfeeding? I mean, maybe take a break from sex and go horseback riding. It's the same kind of movement. Maybe go on a roller coaster. Get your thrill somewhere else. You're banging when you're doing the weird shit with the poop and the pee and the breastfeeding. I mean, come on, folks. I actually looked these people up. It's just these guys are just straight porn stars. I really did. I thought this was just a couple doing weird stuff. I mean, look how creepy this guy. How is that guy not a porn star? And she's an idiot. She's looking at the sunset like, oh my God, he likes me for my body. That's what matters in life. No, lady, you gotta use your brain too. He just likes you for your body. He doesn't give a shit about your opinions on the world, and that's sad, you know? I mean, look at, oh my God. I mean, when is she ready to suck? Okay, where this is, now this is weird. See, this is, their childhood was definitely maybe too normal, you know what I mean? You know, this is, wow, creep. Oh my God, it's scaring me again. I'm having nightmares of that guy looking at my wife. These guys have two children. Feel bad for those children. Jesus Christ. They're British. Well, that makes sense. That kind of sums up everything. Um, but this guy, he says he feels sexier and more womanly when she's lactating. So this guy wants to be a woman, which is, you know, cool. But wow, just maybe get a hobby. You know, when you start acting like a baby. I mean, is this guy gonna get younger? What if that's like the secret to youth is being an adult and breastfeeding on a woman? What if that is found in youth? You know, maybe this guy's onto something. I mean, he looks happy. You know, maybe he's onto something. She looks like she falls for anything. You could tell her that Twin Towers wasn't an inside job. She's like, oh yeah, you know, JFK is still alive. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Saw that on the news. I mean, she looks real gullible. So I love this. Look at this story, real quick. We'll just jump to this one because I saw this pop up. Personal trainer Heidi Aragon confronts creepy old guy at gym on TikTok. This guy, he's just looking, you know, he's sitting there. He's being, this is what old guys do. She's got her pussy out, her asshole out. Sorry, Grandma, for the language. And it's like, what do you expect? This guy, he's not banging his wife. He's probably single. He looks divorced. The kids are out of the house. He's sick of the porn. He's trying to get in shape and live younger. And you're bending over with the butt. You don't think he's going to look? He's a fucking man, lady. You know what I mean? You're lucky he's not a Mongol from the 1600s. He would have fucking done horrible things to you. And that's how far we've, you know, progressed. Is now men, the worst thing they could do is stare. I think we're doing pretty well in life, and the worst thing a man could do in this situation is stare. Because men were fucking disgusted in the fucking 1300s shit. You know what I mean? I feel like men have come a long ways. Um, this is just, I see this all the time. I go to the gym. I mean, obviously I don't go to the gym a lot, but when I go to the gym, I'm like, you know, you see the women, you see people looking. I mean, and then you move on with your fucking workout. You know, you take a glance, you work out. People, everyone's looking. You know what I mean? And then, but you're not staring. This guy just looks like he stared a little bit. You know, maybe wife just called him a fucking idiot, and he's like, I wish I could find someone else. And then he's looking at her like, you know, reminds me of my girlfriend from high school. And sometimes she's staring at ass, and it just takes you back to another time. And, you know, this guy's getting called out. He'll never know he got called out because this guy's not on social media. So, you know, but this is funny. This women don't expect to get looked at. No, I don't condone harassment, but unless, you know, the woman's getting paid for it. But, you know, I don't condone that. But this guy, yeah, he's harmless. Look at this guy. This guy's just horny. You know what I mean? He's taking shot, photo. I mean, at least this guy doesn't have a camera out. You know what I mean? That'd be weird. This guy's having a camera. He's got the scope. He's got the long scope. He's taking photos. That'd be weird. But this guy's just fucking taking mental photos, and taking mental photos is completely legal. I take mental photos all the time. That's legal as hell. You can get called out. You know, I'm ready for a woman to call me out for eating too disgustingly in a restaurant. I always got food in my beard. I scarf down food. I'm just waiting for that to happen. I'll be on TikTok. Look at this asshole. He scarfed down his food. He's gonna kill himself. Um, Italian gynecologist. Next news story. Allegedly offered to have sex with a woman to cure virus. Oh my god. I mean, uh, you know, these guys. They go through too much. It's like I feel like these guys don't jerk off enough. You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, jerk one off, rethink what you're doing. You know, you realize you're a creep, and move on with your life. Just you know, I don't know. It's kind of hard to trust a guy. I want to look at women's vaginas my whole life for my profession. What kind of doctor you want to be? Oh, I want to look at vaginas. Why? Nah, I like them. What? You know what I mean? I already think it's already kind of weird. You think gynecologists, doctors, the majority of them would be women, but it's a lot of guys. It's fucking. I mean, it's creepy, and they're like, "Well, this is my way of seeing vaginas, right?" But you do gotta see the gross ones too. But this guy doesn't care. Look at this guy. So, anyways, they got that picture. I don't know how. Um, this Italian doctor, known by the nickname Doctor Magic Flute, was uncovered as a fraud for allegedly offering to have sex with a female patient to cure her cancer-causing virus. Giovanni Minilalo, age 60, a gynecologist in southern city of Bari. I don't pronounce that right. Told a 33-year-old woman, that's my age range. She appeared to have a human papavirus virus. I can't say that. Sexually transmitted bug that can cause cancer. I mean, this guy's making up shit. You know what I mean? Uh, and he's like, even though your pap smear, the test on your vagina was negative, you have this. I mean, this guy, dude, jerk off. I'm telling you, you're not gonna do creepy shit if you jerk off. This guy just needs to cool it, dude. Find a wife. I mean, find a wife the proper way. I mean, I feel like these guys, they don't know how to talk to like people. This guy's not hanging out with people. He's not hanging out with friends. Hey, I convinced this chick that she's got cancer, and now she's probably gonna let me fuck her because I said the only cure I have is my penis. I mean, this guy's by himself. He probably has a lot of cats. He tells these stories too because cats aren't gonna say anything. They're gonna meow, and then in his sick brain, they're gonna be, he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you know what I mean, right, pussy?" I've saved many women from cancer. No, you're coerced. A lot of dumb women. A lot of women. You scammed them. All those I've had contact with were all negative afterwards. Yeah, they were negative to begin with. But the woman identified as Anna Maria decided to contact the Italian newspaper La Repubblica, alleging that Menino had touched her breast inappropriate and told her he liked women with small ones. You know what? The small ones never get the praise. I've never heard that. That's kind of creepy, you know? She says she was shocked that the proposal having sex when she has. So this guy, look at him, they're showing him holding a baby. That's fucking weird to throw that in there. Um, he, okay, he told women white, I mean, this guy was, white spots on the pussy, you got licorice coming out of it. This guy's saying all sorts of shit just to get laid. I mean, dude, how bad do you have to be with women to be like, hey, I'm gonna come out with a scam where I'm gonna tell women they have cancer and I have to fuck them but then what woman's gonna be like, oh, that's true? I mean, you gotta be kind of gullible. Look at, there's dumb men. Hey, there's gotta be dumb women, right? Sorry, women. I know women don't want to hear that, but um, let's see. I have successfully treated hundreds of women for over 46. Only proposed an alternative. So this guy has banged a bunch of women. And look at, they caught him. Oh my God, that's how they got such a good photo. They caught him with an actress. They pretend, that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. He's hard, and she stops. I'm an actress. That's kind of. But he's doing fucked up things, so it's kind of cool. It's like a prank back on him. Like, hey, we're gonna prank this guy because he's been pranking women. Let's get him. I'm Ashton Kutcher. That's the Ashton Kutcher at prank show I want to see. Women have come together, gone through. Well, this guy should be, stop being a doctor and have to be a greeter at Walmart. That's his punishment. A Tennessee man is accused of holding employees of a Little Caesars restaurant at gunpoint with an AK-47 after being told it would take 10 minutes to make his pizza. Now, this guy hates life. This guy, uh, he's the type of guy that will take food out of the microwave early before it's cooked all the way because he doesn't have time, even though he has plenty of time. This guy, he looks angry. Um, Pizza's gonna take longer than 10 minutes. You point a gun at him. I'm quitting my job right there. I'm out of here. Sorry, bro. Ask her. I'm out of here. That is not worth dying over a Little Caesar. Or I'm giving him free pizza. You do that to me, I'm giving you free pizza. This guy, he looks like he just won $1 million. No, this guy looks horrible. He looks very angry. I don't even want to look at the screen. That's how angry he looks. He looks a little sad. Um, did he get to eat the pizza? That's the thing. Pizza. Um, and I feel like too, I bet you it's a small town in Tennessee. Those small towns are scary because there's not as many rules, and I feel, and people got to have their guns, and they're old school, they're constitutional, they're 1776 laws, thank God California got some fucking updated laws. These guys got the laws that are a couple hundred years old. They're like, yeah, I got a gun, I can walk anywhere, and you got to deal with this shit, in the middle of the town. And they probably walked in and said, Jesus Christ, Edward, you can't hold up a Little Caesars every Monday. I mean, these guys probably know everyone by heart. I'm telling Cleta, don't. And this guy's like, don't tell Cleta. No, 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 no. I'm telling Cleta, this is the fifth time we've got you doing this. I can't hide it anymore. You got to deal with this kooky shit. At least I live in the city. You don't have to deal with these kooky animals. And I mean, it's different, but they're kooky animals anywhere, everywhere. Um, this guy just probably had a bad reaction to meth. He probably was working Uber. Someone paid him in meth instead of money. He's like, I'll try it. And he just freaked out. Australia is the drunkest country in the world. Yeah, we know that. We knew that. We know that. Um, they did 22 countries monitor their alcohol consumption. Australia got drunk on average of 27 times over the course of a year, which is almost the global average. I don't get that. On average, Aussies drink 2 nights per week, but only should I drink 5 times a week. But only about okay. So I mean, so on average, people are going out at least 2 nights a week. I mean, I feel like that's a lot of people. Have they been to America? We're reading along with me. Those surveys get it. Average 23 times. Yeah, this is the worst statistic thing I've ever seen. Finland, second drunkest countries. Wow, Finland and Denmark are the second drunkest countries where participants get intoxicated on average of 24 times a year. That's not that many times. I don't get this survey. They asked more than 32,000 people from 22 different countries to monitor their alcohol consumption in 2020. On average, someone got drunk 27 times over the course of the year. That's not that many times. I mean, shit, maybe the doctor was right. No, they need to come to America. I know in 2020, Kiwi participants, Australians, got drunk on an average of 10 times. Meanwhile, Mexicans were the least likely to be that. Do you know how many Mexicans I know that like to drink? This is the worst survey ever. Let's get rid of this. This is horrible. Woman caught breastfeeding her hairless cat on a Delta flight. Is this the same fucking lady? Jesus Christ, that's an ugly. Who wants that in their house? That looks like a ghost cat. That looks like something that is from hell. Oh, I want a hairless rat. I mean, just get a rat. Oh my God, it's the ugliest thing. And then let this thing suck on your breast. I get a good looking guy with the long hair with the beard. Remember that guy? Kind of had the creepy look, weird, but this is, and on a flight, can you imagine on a flight, you got the headphones in, you listen to Mariah Carey, you just popped an edible, you're about to be feeling it in half an hour, you brought your own snacks, you got a vape pen, they can't see you hit it, and then you turn and you look down, and ugly ass cat that looks like a deformed baby. I mean, you're gonna be stoned and think that's a deformed X-Men baby. And a lady just did life is normal. this kind of shit. A, I'm grateful my wife doesn't do this with our cat. And B, I'm glad I'm not this crazy. Sometimes you smoke a little bit on a Sunday, you have too much time on your hands, you're like, am I crazy? And then you see this, you're like, yes. Oh my God, I'm not. I'm fine. I'm perfect. Guys, that has been the podcast. Okay, let's get back to this. Stop share. We're back full screen. I take the shades off. You see my eyes. I know, the video is not that great. I know there's some people that don't follow me anymore because this isn't 24K. I'm like, motherfucker, this isn't gold. You know what I mean? And we're just on our way up. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, we're coming for you. Midnight in the Bay podcast. It's gonna be around for a long time. Later. Oh, let's you know what? Let's leave the show with a little music here from a 40-year-old who's still making music, getting down. Yeah, there it is. No sound producers, it's on me. I'm the sound engineer. I'm the sound fucking executive producer. Yeah, I'm the sound librarian. Yeah. Oh. Mm. Too long of a build-up for an outro. You better hurry up, or we're gonna be out, bro. Wait for it to drop before we go, ho. Oh, sorry, Grandma. That was the last one.